foul hags could wreak on the surrounding area. And so I imagine that now you are heading back to Daru, is like what I got from last session, to claim your prize from the villagers for the Groot slaying, based on what piece of the Groot slaying you took to show your proof. Let me know if I'm wrong.
Wasn't it Ashton took like a tooth or a fang or something?
Took like the tusk, yeah.
Ashton did take a tusk, but he has since modified into a staff.
But I think maybe Groshnar might have taken some pieces.
Groshnar also had the other tusk.
Yeah, okay. So he has the proof.
Well, it's flittering now, so...
the items don't flitter.
Like...
We'll get the items there, yeah. We'll just transfer. Important things like that will transfer to someone. It's not a huge deal.
It's like in Baldur's Gate 3 when you unlock a door, but someone else is holding the key. It says, like, so-and-so unlocked a door with magic pockets.
Yeah. So any other feedback? Otherwise, we'll get started.
Ashton definitely studying that grimoire in his free time.
Okay.
Knowledge is power.
Yeah, Grandpa.
All right, Grandpa. All right.
So, I'm gonna go ahead and record. Are we all good to get started? Anybody need to run to the restroom or grab a drink or anything?
I actually do, yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of recording, though, have you uploaded the last couple of episodes?
I have not.
I knew that answer because I had been looking and they weren't there.
Been looking at. Yeah, if you ever remind me, I realized when I logged in.
I also realized you're going through it, so I'm like, he's got a child, he's got stuff going on.
Completely off of my game when uploading. So tonight after this game, I actually need to sit down and upload. And a lot of our games have like pushed lately, so I've got a pretty busy week. So I'll definitely be in this room a lot. So I'll get them uploaded.
Well, so speaking of pushing a week, so since we pushed to this week, are we still playing next week?
I'm fine with playing next week if you want.
Okay.
I'll try to get back on track. Yeah, and I didn't know what next week is, sure. Sean, I think I can't do Thursday next week. So I just looked at. Actually, no, I can't. I looked at my schedule, and I have the Thursday's a Mothership game, which is we're finished Alien. So actually, Cheryl, what everyone decided with I think I told you about that. We're moving to Mothership, which essentially is still Alien without the xenomorph, and actually simpler rules, much simpler rules. So. But you might like next week's game is going to be pretty fun. It's a one shot that I've created. It's supposed to be like literally 1 to 2 sessions long max, and it's basically a bunch of like freight scrappers who a ship full of scrappers who pretty much make their living finding like junk space vessels and stuff and finding stuff that they can sell off world. And they find the long lost like Pixie Land, which is basically a Disneyland in space. It's like a giant Disneyland space station that like is literally been missing for like 50 years. And of course, turns out nothing's going to be good on that thing. But but they're going to be
capitalism ruins
everything. On it. Yeah. And so it should be a fun session. It's gonna so totally different from your normal aliens, but very much scary like your normal alien. Hey. All right.
Look at that face.
Don't make me get my dog, child. Don't make me get her. How's the turtle?
Mikey.
Yeah, how's Mikey?
Oh, Mikey's dope, dude. I'll send some pictures. He's sleeping on this fucking rock right now.
Living the life.
This fucking turtle. When my wife went to get,
can you all hear sound like music and it all?
Bird stuff.
A little bit.
Okay.
I mean, the motherfucker was like the size of like a 50-cent piece that they found inside of a pool filter. There was a bunch of them, So we went and got one. My wife went and got one. And man, this motherfucker is big, dude. It's like, I mean, the size of like almost the size of a beer can. When he's like his head stretched out and his feet are stretched out, he's about the size of a beer can, man. Like this motherfucker's grown from like a baby.
I like how you size your scale to beer cans.
Yeah, Alcoholism, guys. Sorry.
That's just American using anything but the metric system.
Anything but the metric system.
I
yeah.
know, no, it's terrible.
I love. There's a meme there's a meme where like there's like a 2x4 and it says like 247 dicks and it says like Americans will use anything as measurement except metric system. I don't know why a beer can was the first thing that fucking came to my mind. I don't know.
I know why.
Yeah, I mean, yes, and it's the right answer, 1000%.
About 20% of it, I'd say.
Yeah, man, fucking hell.
I just did the Kickstarter too for I don't know when they're gonna. It looks like I mean, hopefully we're still playing Dragonbane in a year, but all the they finally made Dragonbane miniatures, and if you know the Dragonbane art style, it's like a very kind of exaggerated. Like so, I'll have a bunch of mallards and like all the different like types of demons and like there's like dragon bosses and things, but like all the drawings, like basically like if I know Ohan has the bestiary, so all those drawings in there, they like based all the sculpts directly off the art, so it's gonna be pretty cool.
Oh, so you can have mallards, but we can't.
Well, you guys will have them by then. You can have mallards. I just didn't want to I was not going to start this campaign with DuckTales. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that.
That's like the one thing we probably wouldn't have done.
Everybody threatened it so much. I was like, absolutely not.
That's understandable. Yeah, we were going pretty hard on it. I know some guy that kept posting up pictures of good beasts. I don't know who that asshole was, but still.
Now, I'm happy to do Oops on Mallards, one-shots for sure. I did one of those with my other group. I still low-key hate it, but they have fun, and that's all that matters.
DM has to have fun too, though.
Yeah, that's true. So like I said, I can suffer for a one-shot.
I mean, you can plan on killing them all in the end.
Yeah. So magnanimous, Malcolm, with I'll let you do a one-shot. I'll allow it. In my largesse, my noblesse oblige, I shall allow you, mallards. Which also is funny. You say no DuckTales. We basically just made DuckTales, but with hyenas.
With hyenas, you end up doing it anyway. And I was like, you basically did Lion King. And I'm like, geez.
Wanna be the main event, like no king was before.
Yep. So let's go ahead. I know I also haven't been doing like the opening recently because actually I'm trying to redo it without the copyrighted music. So I haven't, and I'm not happy. I'm not happy with it yet. So, yeah. So what we'll do is we'll open tonight's session. As the sky is, it's an early morning, a kind of vanilla hue to the air. You can smell the kind of some of the morning, meats being cooked, and you're extremely happy, even though the humidity is already starting to uptick. It's around 11 in the afternoon, and there's even with the heat, there's a constant pelting of little bits of rain, not heavily coming down, just a pitter patter, but not a lot of a few scattered clouds in the sky, just many of them overhead where the rain is coming down, and you can hear the chickens, and you hear like a lot of construction. And actually, one thing that Daru is a very small, quaint little village, kind of built on that rock, with the Queen's kind of red mud brick keep looking down over it. But what you do notice is an uptick in travelers. It doesn't mean like the town is very small. It's not bustling with people, but more newer looking people than you've ever seen before. As you cross through the gates, you see the couple of guards standing there who let you by without incident. You are familiar faces, and when in the day it is completely open. One thing you also know is that above each of the doorways, on many of the like spears that many of the guards wear, in the market stalls, there are white ribbons that are kind of billowing in the wind, and those strips of cloth for Makeda, Kazan, and Jubi, I think immediately let you know, based on that Yushinara culture, that this town is in a state of mourning. Someone has passed. Someone has died. And that white
it's
ribbon,
that storyteller dude.
the white ribbon means that the funerary rites had already been done, and the burial is it's all over. You see a few new faces in town near the stall. Now, first of all, near the merchant area, because there were only two little, basically, into all these like mud brick buildings, kind of close together. You also have the stall has a couple of huts that are right at the center of when you enter town, and then right behind that is the hearth house, which is kind of the equivalent of your tavern, like your where you would room and board. But in that little spot right there, not too far away, is where Tasalo, the blacksmith, is. Right there in the center is Mama Chulo, not Chulo, Mama, I'm forgetting her name. I will get it here in a second. Will come back to me. But she is basically the lady who sells like grains and herbs and things like that. But then you also see right next to her is where Kessie, her stall would be.
You made it.
And you see her selling her wares, but there's a new stall, a third stall. It's being run by a young, fair-skinned woman with white hair and a dark-skinned man, who are both human, both middle-aged. Both seem like they've definitely lived a life, and they are working the stall. And above it, there's a sign that says merchantry. So this is something new you see here. Mama Oluchi is what I meant to say. And so you see that stall, and you see a couple people walking around, and these new folks that are there, maybe as patrons buying some beans from Mama Oluchi's stall. There appears to be like a very portly, kind of fun-looking frog-like man, frog folk. Looks like he might be a merchant, as he seems to be like looking over actually more of the stall where they're at Kessie's stall over like her masks, and there is an kind of mahogany skinned woman with her hair kind of braided back, wearing fine linens and like leather armor, and she seems to be talking to the elderly woman over her morning fruit and things like that. And then beside her, kind of seems like kind of looking around, always like looking, as a stoutly but very strong looking dwarf, very dark skin, who's armored, kind of armored shield, even though his shield is worn on his back right now, and an axe put away. Just kind of like surveying, almost he kind of looks more like a bodyguard for that group. Can I have maybe from, it would probably be Makeda, a Myths and Legends.
Myths and legends. Fail.
Okay.
I don't know who the fuck these people are.
So yeah, they don't.
I'm looking for Jabari. And I'm looking for Mabina, and I'm looking for Elder Nicolo.
You see the house on the hill, or on the side where Elder Nicolo would normally be. You see some of those like monkish historians or storytellers who are out in the morning, who are kind of doing their morning rituals. And then you do see Mabina walking through. She kind of happens to pass through the market square, and she's holding like a bustle of like white flowers that she seems to be carrying. Like up on the hill when you're going towards the top of the mountain, there is a grave site up there. Also, just to remind you all, I actually realized it can show you the layout of Daru at any time here with the map. So,
ooh, all right.
Yeah, you all have access to this. So this would be, Market Square right here, where you all are, Hearth House. Mabina's like heading down this way. Up here is where the burial grounds are.
Start jogging. Mabina!
Okay.
Leave everyone else behind. Go have fun with this dwarf. I don't know who he is.
Yeah, so as Makeda intercepts Mabina, she kind of turns, kind of shocked to see, and she says, "Oh, Makeda, you have been gone for some time."
Very gone. Long story. Very long story. I mean, I have the story.
Even though it's only been like a week, but yeah.
Yeah, but long week. Lots have happened. Lots of mud. Lots of getting stepped on. Who died? Question mark. Worried, concerned.
Have you asked, her eyes like immediately kind of water, and she like kind of sucks back the emotion. Her like, you know, lightly freckled face, and says, Jabari.
Makeda takes a moment where she's trying not to look too relieved because she was so sure that whatever the fuck Black Spock was doing was going to kill Elder Nicolo. So she's like, oh, not Elder Nicolo. Cool.
and
but she's like, oh no,
can
I'm
I
so
have
sorry.
a
Jabari, it was so strong.
can I have a awareness check?
Pass.
You can tell she notices your like your moment of relief, and she like kind of looks like, and her eyes water even more, and she kind of turns and she goes,
no wait,
she's not walking away from you, but she's kind of like turns away from you for a second, and she says, is there something you need right now? I'm heading up to the
I wanted to let you know, I mean, we were told, we're aware of what was happening with the storytellers and the history keepers. And
oh, I thought you needed something. I could have an assistant help you if you need like to find your you all know where your rooms are and such, but yes, the good thing is,
but I just wanted, where is Elder Nicolo? Is he all right? Is he?
She kind of gathers herself. Thank you for your concern. The good news is that Elder Nicolo is actually just fine, and all is well. A group, and she points to the merchantry stall. They came through a couple days ago, and the bird-like woman did a
we met her dad.
Story about she did a very strong poetry session that people were quite moved by, but it worked, and it cured Nicolo, and it cured our storytellers, and it allowed me to cast my magic again freely.
That is fantastic news. I was very worried for all of you, and I am very sorry about Jabari.
Unfortunately, it's good for us, but those Kibrians over there who are from the east are having the same thing, and they met that group and asked them to help them go back to their place and do the same. And it seems that merchantry had other plans. I think.
Did you say Kibri?
They are the Kibrians. Yes.
Kibrians.
The Kibrians. Yeah, maybe you don't know much about them, but they are a people from the highlands of Ashland, and she says, yes, so it is unfortunate that they are still dealing with this curse, and the merchantry has left. And she looks around, she says, I feel that they are working for the queen.
The Kibrians are, or merchantry?
The merchantry.
Oh.
Don't know why, but... And then she goes, I mean, not that anything is wrong with, not that anyone dislikes the queen. It's nothing's wrong with the queen.
Sure, I'm certain there is not anything wrong with the queen.
Yeah. Yeah. They also had, we haven't had any further issues with the Groot slaying.
We killed that. Did that. That was us.
Ah, yes. And then I imagine Groshnar goes over and shows, and she calls over and whistles, and an assistant comes over, a young boy, and she says, can you go to another Nicolo, fetch me the bag of silver for the Groot slaying, the other bag? The one that, yes, thank you. And he runs off.
Well, speaking of the queen not being bad, we were hoping that maybe since we have killed the Groot slaying, we could have an audience with her.
You want to speak to the queen?
If she's amenable to it. I think we were curious.
Everyone
about
wants to
things going on with
speak to
her, things going on with her daughter, and
Yes. Alora, she is away now. She is traveling with the merchantry at the moment.
Oh, okay.
They have been gone.
They snapped up that plot line.
But I can see. I don't. I will see what I can do, and I will make sure her guards know that you have asked for an audience, and she will, if it is meant to be, you will definitely know.
I can talk to her guards. Don't worry yourself. You're clearly busy and going through things. I don't want to add work onto your plate. I'm just glad to see that everyone's okay. Well, I'm glad to see that you're okay.
Thank you, Makeda. And can I have another awareness?
Makeda, how come you didn't hit on her? She's pretty hot.
She's mourning.
I mean,
Success.
She looked like a kid too.
Oh, was she a kid?
No, she's not a kid at all.
Oh, okay.
She's elvish.
She's very soft. She's very soft featured, but nah.
Very soft.
I'm not playing
the
Makeda like that. This ain't the Demetria show. This ain't Demetria anymore. Makeda is here for profit.
Makeda gets the
stories.
feeling that though it was never publicly spoken that that Medina maybe either had something for Jabari or maybe they were something in
sad
life together.
Can we resurrect him with our new toy?
You didn't ask anything about how he died, so okay, let's leave that.
No,
there.
I didn't want to. I'm like, hey, how'd he die? She's like fighting. She's like choking back tears. I'm like, so what's it, blunt force trauma?
And then you also clearly get the idea that she doesn't really like the queen.
Oh yeah, I got that.
Yep.
I got the vibe. I remember that vibe from when we were last here. That not everyone likes the queen.
And that's
kind of minority rule situation happening with her.
Yeah. You also notice, like I said, new chart. Like that merchantry also means like, there's actually new things to both like purchase possibly. And then you also notice, I'm not just talking to Makeda here. I'm talking to everybody. That like where the horse stalls are, they've brought in like in one of the the mud brick, like kind of like almost like a mini barn where they would put horses in. This one section they've put in like really thick logs of wood, almost like in terms of they've created like a sail, and inside there are 3 saddled blue dino raptors, so basically velociraptors. And you see a couple people talking about them because they basically look like they're for sale. They're mounts there. And then there's also clearly your friend Ethasiana was she said she was going to get this little business going, and there's a little a building with a boat on the top of it where there are like canoe rentals for the rivers around the surrounding Daru that is now open. You don't see her outside, but there is someone like kind of manning that stall as well.
If we ride those mounts though, we gotta feed them motherfuckers and shit though, right?
Absolutely.
Now, we're gonna have to keep them alive and stuff.
And they're velociraptors. They eat meat. I go back to the group and I'm like, so good news and bad news. Good news. Storytelling plague thing that Khalid caused solved. Elder Nikalo's okay. Magic restored. That bird guy we met, his daughter helped out. Totally cool. I'm not bitter at all about that. Bad news. Jabari died. Don't know how, don't know why. And maybe bad news, the same people who helped solve the storytelling plague are also now working with the queen and have gone off with her daughter. So we've missed out a bunch. I blame Khalid.
Sounds like a lot of things that are not our business.
Not our business, but I can't help but wonder if we were concerned about the queen in the first place, do we like the idea that these people are, I mean, at least my concern, we're like huddled up. My concern was, right, this thing with the king's spirit that we found in that stone pillar down in the catacombs. Like, what happened there? Are they on her side? Are they not on her side? I don't like the idea of this lady that no one seems to like ruling this town who doesn't want her here. You know?
And at the moment, yeah, there's still, with Elder Nicolo around, that has been, there's still just the two kind of ruling powers with no one literally. You don't see any signs that the queen is pushing her rule any further.
For now.
For now.
At one point, Khalid wasn't pushing his powers that far.
No, he was always kind of doing his thing.
No one seems to be. They might not like her, but no one seems to be like destitute
oppressed.
Or
no one's oppressed.
Yeah.
Makeda is feeling a little butthurt that she's like, I wanted to help them.
The little boy runs back to you, and even though you all are talking, and goes, "Here you go!" And then there's a bag of 200 silver that he hands to someone. That's an item, I think, at 200 coins. It's for someone.
Yeah, so I don't have the size for it.
Is it?
We should buy it. How much would it cost, Malcolm, to buy like a cart? Because even if we don't have like a horse, someone can still just like a hand cart, kind of like Mormon pioneer style. We could just
wait a minute.
We're gonna have Makeda out here
pull
talking about. It's gonna be
Groshnar.
Makeda Luther King.
Blink, 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 blink.
He's not even
You know
half
you love
the
it,
time.
Malcolm. You know you love it, Malcolm.
So yeah, that 200. I mean, it's basically 20 gold, but yeah. So if you're buying
like a wheelbarrow, can we buy a wheelbarrow to load up our stuff in and just wheel it around?
Yeah, there's hunting, fishing.
I mean, I'd be really interested in these raptors. I just would be afraid of like.
So a wagon will cost you 30 gold. Rowing boat 15. A cart will cost you 15 gold. So.
Okay.
What if we get a raptor to pull a cart?
Yeah, how much does the raptor actually need to eat per day, Malcolm? What's the upkeep cost on the
What's the
daily?
ration count for a raptor?
Yeah, what's the ration count for a raptor?
Two rations a day. So
Okay.
twice what a human needs to
That's
eat.
2 people.
Okay.
That's not too bad because we don't
That's
even.
not too bad. Plus, then if it's pulling a cart, we can load up extra rations on the cart.
What would we do with the boat? What would we do with a boat? I wonder.
You're smart. You should go to college.
You could travel up and down the rivers with a canoe, he
That'd be
said.
kind of
Or at least they're
cool.
renting canoes. How much for a raptor?
Are you going over to the merchant? So there's a guy's like, get back! He's like, and he's like,
He needs to do the, wait, what's the meme?
he's doing the.
the...
He's doing the.
You can't see in our little window, in our little window that we're doing the, whoa.
And he comes out and he closes the gate, and he goes, interested in one of my beauties here? Blue raptors, not as dangerous as their violent cousins. But I am still taming them. A day or two, and I promise you they will never tear an arm off.
And Kata's like, but are these fully grown at this size? Seem
They...
a little scrawny for blue raptors.
How dare you look at the neck on this one, on her and him. They are the strongest raptors around. Very healthy. And then one of them just like tries to like bite his hand as he like puts it out through the gate.
McKenna, they're not tamed. We can't.
Hey, sir! I'm working on it. They will be tamed. Give me a day. They will be tamed.
In one day, you're gonna tame it. It almost ate you.
Don't worry about that. I'll give them to you for a steal. I mean, do you know those old combat those old combat horses of the old empire used to go for? Those horses used to go for 400 gold coins. I'll give you the raptor for 200 gold coins.
Steal? I thought you meant we'd be stealing you, not that you'd be stealing from us 200 gold coins.
In all honesty, it is a combat trained horse in the book is 400 gold.
So, wait a minute. This isn't a trained raptor.
I am training them, sir. They.
It's like, okay, listen. How about
is someone trying to barter?
We're trying to barter. We're trying to barter.
So I see Makeda Makeda and Kazan can make bartering checks.
Yumi is not getting on that fucking thing.
Well, I want to lean over to McKenna and be like, wait, let's not. What if?
Actually, before you roll, I want to know what basically your best role play, and then that'll decide whether it's a boon, a regular roll, or a bane.
Yeah, I'm not even sold yet.
Well, yeah, just because you're bartering doesn't mean you have to buy the thing if you pass. You could just be haggling.
Right.
Makeda's like, the size and the training issues that my friend here has identified. Are you trying to pull one over on us because we're hyena-kin? Are you trying to sell us a false 200 gold?
There aren't
you wouldn't
many
be able
people.
to get...
You look. I'm sorry. No worry. I'm sorry. I didn't know you were poor like everyone else. You looked like very.
I'm gonna drop one of the rings down. Oh, this guy. I'm gonna pick it back up and put it in my pocket. Sorry, I drop these sometimes.
It's not about friend. Let me speak to you as fellow merchantry-minded, not merchantry like that, but as a fellow commerce-minded person.
Yes.
You've already shown your wisdom in training these, and you've already shown your wisdom. You know that the people in this town cannot afford the typical villager here cannot afford to buy even a scrawny, undertrained beast. But it's even traveling overland to take these to the next good port where you could sell them. I don't know if you'll get 150 for them. At least last time we were there and then can I just reel off the name?
Thassa might help me get them to Jaffa, and I know people will buy them in Jaffa.
But not for, maybe the whole string together could get you 250 or 300, but here we would only need one to help pull a cart, my friend, and we're willing to do you the good favor of, 100 gold?
Per?
For only the one, yes.
Or one?
Assuming that, of course, you can complete its training by the time we're ready to leave.
And we want a demo, too.
Of course.
And how about we'll put a down payment down on your training until we get back. We'll pay you full when we get back.
We'll see. Let me see if I can pass this. You're going to make this harder
for me. Go for it. Yeah.
I'm going to make... Oh, sorry. It's going to be a... With Kazan's, it'll be with his input, it'll just be one roll. Makeda make the roll. You can make it at a boon.
Bartering at a boon?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Barter boon.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Bada bing. Bada boom. Pass.
So, 100 gold for one of them. How are you all going to ride? Just one of you you're going to just use it as a donkey?
Well, we're hoping that it could pull a hand cart or similar heavy object for us.
We were planning on using it as a donkey, yeah.
Okay, it's going to be one fast cart. Yeah. You've got to.
This is over the table, Malcolm. Is this stupid to try and hook this thing up to a cart? Are we gonna be trying to hook up like an 8-cylinder to like?
I'll say if it gets spooked, there goes all your shit. Like it's just like. No, you'll find it.
Give us your bravest raptor here.
Wait, does anybody have good?
I just see like a raptor chariot and shit just flying everywhere as this thing like leaps over a rock and like breaks.
You're just gonna eat all our rations, and then it's gonna eat Groshenar.
My beast lore is only an 11. I don't know. I don't have animal handling on here.
Yeah,
beast lore is basically that's basically what you're gonna use for animal handling.
Yeah.
So.
Me too. Mine's that.
This is where we'll. Now I'm suddenly regretting signing up to spend 100 gold coins on this thing.
Well, we didn't do it yet. We can still back out.
He puts his hand out to shake your hand. He's waiting for. We have a deal.
If we're satisfied with the degree of training that it has by the time we are ready to leave Daru, then we have a deal. If we are displeased or don't think that it is trained enough, then my friend, you can continue to Jaffa and see what you can get for it there.
Hey, Malcolm, can Kaz try to just walk up to the raptor and kind of just see if it'll bond, how it'll react if I just
try and do the how to train your dragon.
bit. I mean, I want to
Hold
see
your
if
hand
it's
up.
friendly at least, because if it's like gonna bite my hand off now, I don't know if I'm gonna trust it later.
If it's not friendly,
Can I have
Can we
a
name it
Bane
Jim-
Beast Lore check?
Aww.
let's name it Jumby
That's
Junior.
fine.
JJ, Jumby Junior.
Only if we can name it JJ. I'm down with that.
What was it? What alien game was it, Malcolm? Where we had, it was a game with Holiday where we were bringing. It was like the pen
Oh
of
my
aliens, and we had our boy.
It's not
our
a demon,
wicked
is it?
Smot.
It's a dragon is
Okay.
one, but it's a bane, so it doesn't count.
Oh, okay.
No,
I'm just checking
but
my.
not a demon. But not a demon.
It's not a demon, no.
Okay.
So I still. There's
So you still
a chance.
keep your hand. You keep your
There's
fingers.
still a chance. Come on, where's my beast handling?
Beast lore. It's
Beast lore.
intelligence.
Thank you. It's like, oh, I failed.
Okay. And so you're putting your hand like through the cage and like.
Not through,
Like-
but like kind of out just to see how it reacts.
Um,
Just to
and-
see if it'll like me or bond with, or I don't know.
yeah, and it like sticks.
Is it gonna
It's
be
like
that?
it nuzzles out and it's nose out,
Oh.
and then right as your hand gets close, it snatches and it lunges at the cage, and its toe, like that long claw comes out and just rakes across your the back of your hand, and you take 2 hit points of
God
damage.
damn! I just got arrested too.
Hey, we still haven't. I told you I was not done. What is your friend doing?
My fault. My fault. I'm gonna
doesn't-
break
When
off a
we are-
bit of like jerky or some ration. I'm
He's
gonna talk
scared.
to the raptor.
He trusts only me. I don't know where that came from. He's Italian, but he
He
trusts
trusts
Where'd
me.
the
Oh,
Italian guy
me.
come from over here?
Yeah,
I
but he trusts
taken
me.
them to Jaffa. I sent them
Culturally
to
inappropriate, Malcolm. Culturally inappropriate.
During Italian American Pride Month.
Doing
Malcolm.
Italian.
My
American.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's like, I don't really trust me.
Arrivederci.
And so he's like, let me finish. Give me the rest of the day. I will work. I will get it done.
I'm just gonna step up closer and I'm just be like, you got one day to make this thing not eat me or any of my friends, or else my axe is gonna eat your face.
Well,
Makeda is like. Also, I had way more gold
That
than I
is
thought.
a-
I can totally buy this raptor.
you threaten the man who is training your dinosaur. That is smart.
And I,
I
Makeda
like
puts a little
her.
pop.
I do
Makeda
not like you.
perks up a little.
You don't have to
We
like
live a
me.
dangerous life. The raptor should be the match of our greatest warrior. Pat pat with like kind of a little pat nudge, like get out of here too, because
I'm just gonna growl and walk away.
Turns out I have way more gold than I thought. I was really worried that I offered 100 and I didn't have 100. I have 100 gold. We can buy this raptor if we want to.
Oh yeah, we have plenty of gold. Yeah.
How much gold do you all have?
I have 110.
Let me see.
I have been consistent with updating whenever we spend coin in alchemy. I just haven't been updating my stats. And I have 8 ancient coins, which we could probably sell to the merchantry folk. How much is a cart, Malcolm, did you say? That we can hook up to the raptor?
The cart, I think it's 15 gold,
Okay, fine.
and so I will say, I don't know what you all do. Maybe like I will say a couple hours passes, so I don't know if what might you have done in these next couple hours as you know, it's like maybe 2 in the
Because
afternoon.
I just wanted to get it out there so that way I don't forget. But
Okay.
the cause wants to just buy some leather working tools, just so I can
Okay.
story wise just get it in there,
Buy them how? Yeah, you can basically just buy them at the standard rate, what they are in the book.
and I'll just negate that from my gold.
Okay, that's good. So you all do a little shopping. Yes,
Ashton will restock his rations.
there
Yeah,
are.
same.
There are no ways to. You cannot there are no purchasable rations, but you can purchase a meal that will cost us a ration that you will immediately consume. Our rations are literally created in this game by your hunting. Your hunting, foraging, and
We can't buy just like
fishing.
beans? A bag of
Oh,
rice?
actually, yeah, you can. You know,
I thought we used to be able
What's
to do
funny
that.
is in this,
We
I did make
did
it,
that,
but
though.
very rarely can you do it. I mean, it's not. Yeah, sometimes it's. Let me see
I've-
here.
I've been seeing it as you sell like ingredients that
But
help us.
you can't. I think I offered some, but yeah, you can't. You can't like. There is no like. If you look in the book, there actually is no like. There's no cost for a ration, but there are meals. But I did create rations for Mama Lucci's stall. So yeah, let me go there. It would be, what does she sell?
Well, McKenna, I mean, after I buy the tools, I mean, that's not going to take Kaz very long. What if
Are
Kaz
you all
goes
low on rations?
while we're waiting? I don't think so.
Ashland only has one left.
Okay.
I mean, we've probably been eating them as we travel.
Oh yeah, you're supposed to be consuming
yeah.
one a day. Hopefully y'all are. Yeah.
So then, yeah, while we wait for the raptor and we finish up things, how about Kaz goes in hunting? And then I can dig
You
up.
would.
Fair, but we also wanted to try and... Do we still want to try and... I want to try and talk to the queen.
To who?
Yeah.
The queen. Cause,
Oh, yeah,
you know,
totally. We need, yeah. Did we get our money for the group slang yet?
200 silver.
200, thank you.
Which turns out to 20 gold, which can be enough to buy the cart after I buy the raptor.
God damn, that raptor's going to eat us.
He'll eat your pig.
The raptor might only eat you.
What?
So.
Damn it.
The raptor is going to have to love me. Because I bought it for
We have to
steal.
feed this thing.
We'll
Who's going
feed
to
it.
clean up after it?
It'll use the woods.
It'll use the woods. It's going to be huge.
That is a pile of shit.
yeah.
They're raptors. They're teeny. They're teeny. They're littler. Also, because it looks like my inventory, I have one book left. Can I try and sell it to the merchantry people? To also make us a buffer.
Yeah, you can.
And my
What are you
well, I'm
offering?
gonna keep my ancient coins.
How would? What do you want to? How much you want to sell it for?
I'm gonna try and sell
What's
for
the book?
25 gold.
Remind me what I gave you. What it was called? I mean,
You have not given me a list of books. Just that it is an old book from
Alberia.
yeah.
Oh,
Alberia,
okay.
thank you.
You're
I
gonna
was
sell that book. Okay.
yeah. It was like we had it on us when we fled the cataclysm. So
Okay. Give me a bartering check.
bartering.
How successful this
yes.
is how worthwhile the book actually might be. So it's a regular
Barely successful. Barely
Okay.
successful.
So I'm gonna roll a dice and based on it being barely successful, I know what it's worth, and it's gonna be worth 4 silver.
Dude, 4 silver. I can't.
It's a pretty decent book, but yeah, for
Fine.
4 silver.
I'll take 4 silver. Just to get it out of my inventory, just so I can free up carrying something
Which
else.
means they now have a book I need to put in their stall.
Don't make it cool. Make it just a book. If it's worth 4 silver, it's just a book. Do not be handing Nick and all of them a cool book for 4 silver.
I accidentally sold the grimoire.
No, not the grimoire. I made sure I double checked. Look, take that out.
Sorry, I'm still trying to.
Ashton will try to buy tea leaves.
Try and buy what?
Tea leaves?
Tea leaves, yeah. Like, you can buy, like, the way tea used to be, it used to be, like, just a brick, and then you, like, shave some of it off and make
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like old Mexican brickweed. I don't know if you guys get that reference or not.
Ditchweed,
Yeah,
ditchweed. I've seen some ditchweed.
The tea leaves will cost you 5 copper, so half a silver. And the
bargain.
I think I
Bro,
found-
I literally never wrote down any money, so I don't know if
I don't think you have any.
Junbi has any money. I don't think he does.
It doesn't
Yeah.
sound like him.
It doesn't.
I
sound-
think Kazan's in the same boat. I think if he wanted to, he has to borrow it from.
I carry the money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's our banker.
That's right.
That's why I got the abacus.
That's right.
I'm the treasurer of our.
The treasure hunter, the treasure keeper.
Heavy is the head that wears the crown.
We're gonna start calling you the auditor.
Ashton
Okay,
does
yeah,
keep
so you
all
can
of
buy
it.
the dried rice, the black-eyed peas, and the millet is 1 ration at 5 silver apiece. So 5 silver for 1 ration. And then, so 1 gold coin for 2. And then she also sells a freshwater, like gourd of fresh water that is 1 gold coin, but provides if you buy it, whenever you drink it, once you consume it, you have to remind yourself of this. You have to note it somewhere that you have like a boon on your next con check or con save.
Nah.
Okay.
I can conquer ice at will. I can drink all the fresh water I need.
There you go.
You can lick all the icicles you need.
As the day wanes on and as you all move through the town, shopping and things like that, eventually, maybe near when you all have kind of like recollected near the hearth house, and are just kind of getting, skies have darkened a bit. You notice a couple of soldiers walk over to you, and they are, the way they're dressed is very different from the town guard, which immediately you recognize them to be the Queen's soldiers, based on their masks and their red garb, and the red tassels on their spears, which I don't think I have a picture of them. The red Queen's.
Makeda sticks her head out trying to be tall, but then also kind of steps a little bit behind Kazan and Jumpy.
I'll step into that just to cover you a little bit more.
I'm there.
I know. I can imagine Kaz and Jimmy just being shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah.
And Makeda's like shoulder height between them. Just
So
Ooh, they look
Just
awesome.
like that. Just like
this is
that.
this is the one thing I miss playing Demetria. I miss playing short characters. It's so fun to just be like.
And as they approach, there's 4 of them, and they kind of the red cloaks. They kind of step aside, and there's this little tiny person in a black cloak, but where you can see their long kind of green ears sticking out the side. And as they look up, almost like Yoda size, you see these really bloodshot red eyes, and all of you know it's clearly a goblin. She kind of smiles, this young goblin, and looks at you and goes, the queen requests your presence tonight for dinner.
Free dinner.
We're going to have dinner, or we are dinner.
Oh, why do you think there are cannibals in Daru?
Fair question.
For dinner, sir.
Free rations? Hell yeah.
Don't mind Grandpa.
Never be too sure.
I agree with you, Ashton. I agree. He's right. That's right. I'm gonna pat him on the shoulder.
Ever since Makeda saw his like nonplussed reaction to flambeing a bunch of kids, now she presumes that means that sometime in the past he has survived cannibals. That's getting added to the lore. That's getting added to the presumed lore.
Survived cannibals.
God, was he also a cannibal? Question mark.
No.
Okay.
The little blue goblin, I said green for it is, but blue skinned goblin, introduces herself
Whoa,
as
skin just changed color.
And she kind of, as she talks, she continues to stare at Ashton, and you all get the feeling that that both of them, as she is kind of feeling his kind of the presence of his arcanic energy, so is that a yes? Will the Queen see you this evening?
Yes.
Yes.
Good.
Re-rash.
Clean yourselves up. You smell like the swamp. You reek of the swamp.
As he turns around, Makeda goes,
Dress
Clean
like your
clothes.
best. And then She goes, we will see you there. And then claps and like a little flyer like puffs in her hand, just kind of shows she kind of does like a little magic trick and saunters off.
Just does a little magic
kind of,
trick and then leaves.
And they like turn.
The kid is like, damn, that's a good move. I gotta use that.
How's it gonna lean in?
And as they're walking away, they kind of like cross. Remember when you couldn't see her before? Like they kind of cross, and then when they part again, she's not there with them. It's like almost like she's like it's just the guards.
They ate her.
Um,
like a bus.
I'm just gonna lean in and sniff everybody. You smell fine. I don't know what that thing is talking.
We don't smell fine. We smell like you.
So basically, you're expected at like sunset, which is basically in whatever time.
Because you also smell like swamp.
Hey, listen.
We all got used to it.
The smell is called ayukazan, okay?
Ayukazan.
Ayukazan. Let's look all serious in the ad.
J'adore. Kazan. Hammers are dead. Gold is cold.
I will spend 1 willpower on repair clothes, which also cleans them.
Nice.
How much is there? Like a bathhouse or a river we can dunk in?
The Hearth House has some baths available to you.
Scrub it up,
and so you all are able to wash up and get cleaned up.
Glossy fur.
So there's like a montage.
This is gonna complain the entire bathroom.
You all get ready.
We've got like those sleekies, like where those grooming videos on Instagram, the sleekies, you just getting some shedding hair out. And
So would the bathhouse be more expensive for creatures with fur? Because they gotta maintain the bath.
That is true. I was looking into cold plunge places around here. Don't worry about it. And one of the cold plunge places said that it was like $60 if you get if you leave hair behind in the cold plunge. And I'm like, there's got to be a story there. Someone must have like tried to shave in there or something. Like,
that's gross.
Yeah, $60 for a single hair.
Yeah, you know they're going through that with like a white glove and a magnifying glass.
Especially with the limited technology of this world, they can't just pour a bathtub. Like they got a haul bucket, feed it.
Yeah.
It's funny how 102. I like how Dragonbane is very simple, but then sometimes it has rules for like the most interesting things. Like there is actually a rule for torn clothes on 102. So when you do fix those, I guess that is oh yeah. Oh, if you were to tear your clothes while on a bushcraft mishap,
split your pants. Bend over to pick up a stick, split your trousers.
Doing the
That's a demon.
Oh, basically when you tear your clothes, they basically turn into rags. So they basically just devalue by whatever rags are. So Ashton looks clean again and everything. All of you kind of, most of you have not had that mishap, so no one has rags anyway. So just kind of like narratively getting yourselves all cleaned up. And if you do have fancy clothes, I think those do give you boon to your persuasion or charisma checks or something like that.
Yeah, but then those cost a lot for session 0. Malcolm, if you recall,
I do.
My thing about
that's why you have a lot of money now. You can up
Session 0. I'm buying a Raptor. I can't afford nice clothes. I'm gonna be here in Temu clothes, getting out of my Bugatti.
So
I have fancy clothes, but none of the benefits.
Let's see. There we go. Should have fixed it. And so as the day goes on and you all the sun slowly sets and torches begin.
I don't want to interrupt too much, but also quickly, Elder Nicolo, mentalism? Question mark?
You'd have to go see him to.
Okay.
Do you...
I don't want to monopolize.
No, here's the funny thing. This is you all's episode. This is you all's episode. So if you're trying, like, for magicians and stuff, where, for example, you didn't ask what Mabina. Oh, I think you all knew what Mabina does, but like maybe from previous episodes. But
yeah, Mabina's elementalism.
She's probably elementalism and animism.
Okay, I'll poke my head into Elbo's
okay.
spot.
He's happy to see you. He kind of gives you a big hug and.
Wasn't fit. Okay.
And I imagine you're asking him about maybe stock up some brief conversation.
I want to tell him about Khalid. I don't know if the other group was able to keep him, or that the other group in fixing the situation also knew as much about like Khalid and this demon and Anansi and the spider and all this stuff.
He goes, they did not tell me about this. That is concerning.
Yeah.
Do you still not trust? So he has now ascended to a demigod. No wonder I have had those dreams about Anansi as of late, and about frayed strands of fate, destiny, like spider webs. Interesting.
Yes. Concerning, I wanted to try and stop him. It didn't work out that way. And I'm just glad that the other people were able to help you out with your... I have a thing that might be able to help with these other people who are having the same problem, but...
Then please, we need more helpers in this world. Help where you can. Because if they hadn't arrived, if it would have been a day later, I would have been gone. I would not be here.
I was worried when we showed up with the morning being up that something had happened to you, but what happened to Jabari?
Can I have a is it a persuasion? Can I have a persuasion check?
Persuasion?
Yep. He looks at you for a moment.
Nar. Nar.
No. Do you want to push it or you want to leave it as is?
I'll leave it. Feels, I don't know, weird to push. Tell him about this guy's death.
All I'll say is that it seems like he tells you what he tells you, and you just kind of get the feeling that he's not telling you everything. That's all I'll say. But he goes on to say, those merchantry, as they call themselves now, some time ago they went up to see the Queen. As I hear you all are going this evening.
We got invited.
Who told you?
She does that from
Small town, Grandpa. Get out of the window.
Yeah. It was seeing the guards approach you. It is quite obvious what is happening.
They do stand out.
But unfortunately, there was an incident. Assassins tried to kill the Queen, and the merchantry stepped into aid, along with Jabari and his and several guards who had escorted them up to the castle. Unfortunately, they say Jabari fell in combat. The wound,
they say.
The wound.
Bold underlined.
I saw his face. There wasn't much of it left.
Who would want to? Well, I won't ask you to answer something as uncouth as who would want her dead, but do you have any suspicion of who sent these assassins?
There are those who whisper. There are those. I try to speak peace to my people, but I know many believe in the old ways, many believe in the Orishas. They believe that the Queen, she disrespects the gods, the Orishas, and the desecrations of the old in the castle. And so, with distrust being sown, I imagine that those that I do not know simply took up arms on their own. But we have never found anyone associated with who did this. Do you want to use your willpower insight? Is that what you're using, or using your heroic ability?
I just have the post-it note. I found the post-it note and put it back in.
Do you actually have that heroic ability or insight?
I have intuition. But intuition is I ask you a question. Can my question be, I'll burn through willpower. Why not? I'll burn through willpower. Intuition. So the question that I ask you is, I'm going to push for a two-part question, but they're related. Is whether or not he is pleased or displeased that the assassins failed, and from that, whether he knows more about where they're coming from than he's letting on. Like what are his real, like, is he giving me the whole story? Does he know more that is letting on? Does he feel more than he's showing?
I'll think that his face shows, his truth shows that he is actually, I think you believe that Elder Nicolo does not actually believe in violence. So he actually does not, he doesn't, it is indifferent to him for the queen to live or die. He doesn't want anyone to die, but it's indifferent from a standpoint of power. Yes, does he necessarily approve of her completely? Probably not. Does he approve of assassins? No. But does he know more that he's not telling you? Absolutely. And so you could push it a little bit further by knowing that now and make another, or you could try to make another either persuasion check to try to get him to share. Depending on what you say, it might be a boon, might be a bane, might be a straight roll.
I can tell him, as you said, I would like to help, and while we didn't get here soon enough to help with this storyteller plague, and I am glad that you were helped in that way, if there's any way that we could help perhaps avenge Jabari, or bring whoever did this to justice. I know Merchantry has already left, but I don't know if they were, doesn't sound like they were that concerned about the matter. We like Jabari.
Give me a boon persuasion.
Haha. Success. Yay for boons.
Do you now? I don't want to leave everyone out of this. So I imagine, did you go? Eventually, does everyone show up to the, the little? I imagine this kind of.
I wouldn't have made it secret that I wanted to go talk to him. So if anyone does want to,
I'm just asking the rest of the group. Are you all there?
I think so.
Okay, then you're all there. So as they walk in, he goes, I can't hold secrets. I've never been a man to hold them. And you all seem trustworthy. Let us sit. He says, the story that the queen and that her daughter spread the next day was that story that I just told you. But I know that is not the truth. And I know this because I know Jabari and Mabina led that attack to kill the queen.
Dun, dun, dun. This is Makeda making that noise, but
they do not know that I do not bring this to Mabina. She is paying for the price for this decision. But I can tell you that plan, I learned about this after, both through what I've seen in her actions and what I have seen in my mind's eye, in my dreams. And Jabari did not expect the queen to have company at her dinner. The merchantry, they were dressed in different clothes. They had worn fancy wares that evening, and so Jabari did not recognize them. None of the assassins did. And the assassins were all disguised. And so you know what I'm saying. If you are going to avenge, well, the merchantry killed Jabari.
Ooh.
It was the hammer of the dwarf. And then the monk's fist caved in the young elf, Tathan, who was in
we
a
liked
coma,
him too, I remember him.
Was in a coma for almost a week before he awoke. He has left. There is a heartbroken orc somewhere in the village.
Who plays the dwarf? in is that Jason? It's fucking Jason.
No, it's Eddie who plays the dwarf.
Eddie. I
Yeah.
never would have thought. I would have expected this kind of shit from Jason, but you.
And so
Eddie
Does their
Marble.
party have any elves in it?
no, other than
Again,
and so it was a misunderstanding, but one group protecting the queen, the other attacking. And so, whatever was the story that came down, I guess, to not create, I guess the queen weaved a story that that Jabari was a hero and buried him as such.
Okay.
Or maybe it was Alora. That I don't know who's came up with the plan.
Oh, I thought her name was Kira.
Kira,
Oh, the princess. The princess.
Yeah. Kira is the bird person from the other group.
Yeah. So the princess, because the princess went off with them, like
Yeah.
willingly, like she was ally.
If she's calling you up there, the queen, if she's calling you, she wants something. She might want multiple people out there looking. She's looking for
This
things.
is above table. What if we just killed the queen, like right now? Like, what if at dinner we just killed it? They would never expect it. They would never expect it to be that immediate.
Inquisition?
I'm just saying, it would be good timing if we did it just now.
Man, why you tell him ahead of time now he's gonna get the queen ready?
No,
They're like, oh look.
say that just now.
I'm just saying, it's in the cards. It's in the cards. Who knows?
All right,
We'll
McKenna,
see how
time-
dinner
time
goes.
to go
We'll
to
see
bed
how dinner
already.
goes.
Time to go to
We'll
bed.
see. We'll see how dinner goes. We'll see how the apps are. We'll see, how good are the wines.
That
Terrible,
is-
McKenna,
that is-
terrible.
And
Now-
then we finish the job.
Now you know all I know. I do not know what the queen wants. I do not know what she wants with you, and I do not know why merchantry has left with Alora and her bodyguard.
Do we want to... Okay, another above table request. Do we think we should tell this guy about that, like, corrupted pillar thing we found down in the tombs? Or should we tell Mabina? Because I feel like Mabina, because she doesn't like the queen and she's cool with using violence, might be a little bit more honest than
We should tell her. We shouldn't
tell her.
We shouldn't tell the queen shit.
This guy seems kind
No,
of
not the queen. Tell Nicolo. Tell the elder guy we're
Oh.
talking to.
No,
No?
I don't think so.
Okay.
it also seems like the queen is trying to put more powerful people that have died into the crypt.
Ooh.
By giving what's her face a hero's burial that just so happens to be inside that crypt.
Good point. Good point. Okay, yeah. I thank Elder Nicolo for his information. I also I did want to ask him. So you're a magic user, perhaps? I've picked up some magic while we were away.
Yes. If I will do
What
what
school
I can.
do you favor? What school do you favor?
I've always been. Is there a particular spell or school you are looking for? I am
Mentalism.
mostly,
Mentalism was most interesting to me.
Yes.
Yes.
It is my least strongest ability. I learned it much later in life, but I can do a little mental magic.
Teach me.
What do you want to learn?
Whatever you can teach.
Stone skin's a good one.
Stone skin. I was thinking more healing might be nice. Healing that's maybe a little bit more reliable then. Let me look at the if we want to if
I'm gonna.
if Jumbi or Ashton or someone wants to tell Mabina about the pillar while I'm theoretically learning magic from this guy, I can just look through the handbook really
I mean,
quick.
I don't want to learn magic too.
Well, oh right, because you know everything. You also have mentalism, right?
No, I don't know mentalism yet.
Oh, okay,
But
so you just want to know what
pretty
else he
much
knows.
When you learn the school of magic, you learn one of its basic things.
I
Okay.
mean, I'd be willing to talk to the hot chick who's mourning the loss of a gentleman. She might need a shoulder to cry on.
And I got
Okay.
these shoulders
Somebody's
guns out.
sacrifices
Ah.
for the game. You see that? Always taking
Sean
sacrifices
Connery's
first.
coming out.
So he knows. Unfortunately, because he's the Elder Nicolo, he knows Magic Stool, Slow Fall, those magic tricks, Lock and Unlock. He knows all the magic tricks.
Ooh, yeah.
He knows Farsight and Levitate, and
You don't got that
I'm gonna
treatment.
roll for
Malcolm, I wonder if I might ask a question of you.
Sure.
The last session we got heroic abilities, right?
Yeah.
I have not chosen anything.
Okay.
I'm having a hard time with it. I did, however, find like a Reddit that had 10 new heroic abilities. I don't know. They're supposed to be real, but I don't know if they are. Have you seen them?
If they're on a Reddit and they're not in the book,
They're not in the actual book, but I don't
then
know.
they're
If, like, maybe
probably
they released
not.
anything. They're not real.
It's not like an unearthed arcana thing where they're
I
just
don't
like
know.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
printed.
saying. I don't know how that works with Dragonbane, but it looks like it. Like the doc that I found, it looked like it was real, but I don't. I mean, it's fucking Reddit. I don't trust Reddit. You know what I mean?
yeah.
It has to be in the book, though, right?
It needs to be in the book for now.
Okay.
What I will say though, well, unless
I found some cool. They're cool
yeah,
abilities.
send them
but-
to me. I would say for this level, I would want to read them. I want to really make sure I want to incorporate
Okay.
them into the game. So I would say send them to me. Go ahead and take something from the book for this next
Okay.
one. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Just take magical talent. That way, if we run into more spell schools, you can learn more spell schools.
Yeah.
Like mentalism right here.
Or you take focus.
Or
with
elementalism.
more willpower.
I've got focused
Yes.
already, and I got master spellcaster.
Well, you can take focus multiple times to keep getting 2 more willpower.
Oh, really?
It's like robust, where you can just keep on
This is,
taking
yeah,
it.
that's what Jameson's
Maybe I'll
been
do
doing
that.
every single
Maybe
level.
I'll do that then. Then you know what? I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna take focus. Fuck that.
Do you have do you know any other magical talent?
What?
Like you do, you only know
Yeah, I only know
necromancy.
product. Yeah.
So if you were to take magic
Necroticism.
talent, then you would be able to learn whatever Elder Nicolo is about to teach you all as well. So that's another.
Oh, can I? Okay, well then
Yeah.
that makes sense too then, because then I could always say if I could take focus, then I could take focus the next time again.
Yeah. Now you'd have to take whichever one. So he knows some spells from animism, and elementalism, and then a few from mental. So mentalism, he only knows the ones I just told you. So he doesn't know any of that like fighting stuff. He doesn't know power fist, stone skin. So he knows those two.
He's old. He's
yeah.
old and he's not Ashton. Makes sense.
Yeah, and so he knows a few, but so basically, whatever talent, magical talent you
So here's
plan
also,
to learn. So you basically, if he teaches you animism, then
Yeah.
that's what you would learn from going forward. You have to learn the animism, and then you'd be able to.
But
learn
I could
new
still,
spells.
I mean, in addition to necromancy.
In addition to necromancy.
Okay, got it.
And it would just start at your default, like, trained skill level for intelligence.
Got it. Okay. I think I got it.
Oh,
Malcolm,
Malcolm.
your voice went out.
I feel like that's every game now. Malcolm has like a mic outage. Also, I need a reminder of how learning spells works, because to be completely honest, anytime you and Jameson have been learning new spells, I've been zoning out.
You make a language check.
Give me 1 second. I'll just be right back.
Like,
So if you're learning a spell itself, you make a language check from a book. If you're learning it from a person, it's also a language check. But if you already know the school of magic, then you make it with your spell roll.
with my what?
With whatever the skill is for that spell.
Oh, okay.
Can y'all hear me right now? I know
I need to
probably the quality's changed.
Yeah, it's a little low. but-
Yeah.
Mentalism.
I'm going to try to switch back. So why don't we do this? He tells you that I'm going to try to switch back to my other mic, but he tells you that tomorrow morning, if you all want, you can show up at his abode in the little temple square, and he'll train anyone who wants to learn new magic. Since it's getting late and you're supposed to be at this dinner, unless you don't plan on going.
Makes sense.
We'll take a 5-minute break. And when we come back, you'll be taking your journey up to that point on the mountain.
I have to go murder this bitch.
Maybe.
I have to murder
Can
yet
you hear
another
me?
evil woman.
Yeah, you're there now.
I'm
Because
there
Malcolm,
now. Okay, cool.
Because Malcolm wants us to murder as many evil women as possible.
I don't know. That has nothing to do with this episode. Murdering the Queen was not like on the to-do list today.
She's a tyrant. Death to tyrants. Death to tyrants. She killed our friend Jabari.
I don't think I've given you all any reason to believe that she's a complete tyrant. That's what's funny about it.
Mabina doesn't like her.
Yeah,
and
Mabina
also, when
doesn't
we
like her.
checked out her husband's, I'm pretty sure she killed her husband. I'm like 90% sure she killed her husband.
See, this is all projection. See, I see what's happening here. Show's like
I was
she's
right
like
about
knowing
Khalid.
Malcolm
I was
has
right
to
about
be a bad
Khalid.
woman. She's like, he must be a bad woman.
I was right about Khalid. I got everyone's having fun in his little commune going kumbaya and necroticism, and I knew something was wrong. And then he was communing with demons. I'm 1-for-1 on my gut feeling being correct, and I will ride that 1-for-1 into the ground.
Oh my gosh.
Malcolm, is it possible, or would it have to be like another Session 0 season finale kind of situation for us to actually get into PvP against these other people? They would kill us. There's more of them.
It would kill us because they're not normal. That group, dude. Those are all. Until that game started, I was like, these are great people. They're so cool. And then the game started, and I was like, they're fucking maniacs. It is.
You were like, before you met them, you were like, Malcolm, stop calling us Care Bears, man. That's not true. And then you met this other group, and you're like,
we are
wait.
soft as baby shit compared to that group, dude.
The power of friendship
Man.
is not equal to the power of unfettered capitalism and slavery? Question mark? Is he still trying to get slavery started again?
Man, there's so many awful things happening with that group right now. But yeah, like. Yeah, when the Queen, for example, when the Queen was attacked, well, now Jabari and them, they didn't know. Nobody knew who they were, definitely covered up. But Eddie just like dwarf dude knocked Jabari over as soon as he came over the thing, and then smashed his head in with the hammer. And then the monk character, that's Deborah, who
Deborah
Deborah
the
just
other person who I would not expect to do this.
Deborah punched Tathan, caved his chest in one punch, and he.
How does Deborah play that game? She's like a nice little lady. What is happening, dude?
You don't play.
That
Deborah is one
mean,
punch. Deborah kills most of the things in that group because she's the monk. She just pretty much stone skins and then punches
Deborah
things.
survived knowing me as like a preteen. Me and Katarina as preteens, she survived us, which not every teacher who had us in their class can say. There's
crazy. She was so quiet and nice. That group is nuts, dude.
It's like, what's the list of people?
And who's the bubbly chick? Is it Nikki?
Who's playing Kira? Yeah, Nikki's playing Kira.
Like, even she's a maniac. It was crazy. Like, those characters are like maniacal.
I feel
she's a maniac.
Like again, it's not like it's not like a 1-to-1 comparison. Sometimes I think Jameson is the Jason of us, and sometimes I think Jameson is the Nikki of us. I think that like Nikki's into utility. From what I hear, Nikki's into like the utility bard kind of like hard-hitting spellcaster types. And sometimes I think Jason's
I don't
a
know
power
if
player.
there's any parallels between us and them guys.
It would be so funny if there were parallels, though.
If we're trying to power build for PvP, what we do is we all gotta learn elementalism.
What we do, Jameson, is we make it like an honor duel, where like you pick one person and we'll pick one person, and we're gonna pick you, Jameson, and so you're gonna have to kill. And so you're gonna have to take out Jason for us.
Yeah.
They'll probably just jump us anyway. They don't do honor.
That's true. That's true. They are not the honorable group.
We're out here like at dawn we shall fight, and they're like, okay, so
they're in the middle of the night. They're in the middle of the night raping and pillaging for sure.
Ashton teaches all of y'all the frost spell.
I like it. I like our chances, but man, it's not.
I don't like our chances.
We all take the like fast initiate feature. That way we get 2 cards in initiative.
What if
first as possible, and we just spam frost, get rid of all their health, get rid of all their willpower.
What if we, as the weeks go by, we train JJ to attack, or like we Pavlov JJ to like, I don't know, like some kind of treat, and then we just throw that kind of treat at them, and we let JJ rip them to shreds.
I mean, that would be a good ploy. That would be a good thing. We buy
I'm
all
pretty
the
sure
raptors.
they can take out a dinosaur. I'm pretty sure they captured these raptors.
Oh yeah, you're probably right. They probably ate the motherfuckers. You're
Plus,
probably
we just funded their operation 100 gold.
yeah.
No,
Yeah.
he wasn't with them. Was he with them? I thought the other traders were with them. Damn it. Remember, like, session 0, I was talking a big talk to Nick where it's like, I'm going to earn more money than you. And so far, we have earned not that much money because we're not out here. We're not establishing businesses. We're not creating. We've been too caught up in Thulsa Doom's
I
storytelling.
honestly think I'm the only one thinking about it because I just took Master Tanner and I want to like skin every single monster we like come across to sell armor.
That is, I know you want to keep. Did we keep anything else from the Groot slang or just the? I guess Groshnar
We
had.
got
we,
some
we,
stuff.
we weren't
horse
able to get
teeth.
in.
I have living wood.
Oh yeah,
and-
from that tree that stepped on me.
Yeah, and so I want to find some special metals from somewhere somehow, and then
Well, you have woodworking skill, no?
no,
No, okay.
I'm not a
I could've
carpenter.
sworn you did. Okay.
that's Master Carpenter.
Mm.
So I'll have to like give it to a carpenter or learn it with another heroic ability.
Which we can't find in Daru, so.
I can just take Master Carpenter. I don't need to learn it.
Oh right, you haven't chosen your thing yet, have you?
Oh, it's not magic. It's like a skill, so I can just learn it.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I mean, like your heroic.
acting-
It's not a heroic ability. You mean?
It is.
Oh, okay, but you haven't chosen your heroic ability that we got last time.
The last one I did, I got Master Tanner.
Oh, right.
And then my first one was Master Blacksmith. So I think I'd get the trifecta if I get the
Jack of all trades, master of all.
yeah, pretty much. I wonder if there's any way I can like mix it all together somehow.
By making an awesome
Master craftsman.
Yeah, I start making like magical items.
Well, you need
I'll probably use you for help for the magic part.
yeah. So there's a whole lot of spells you need to learn in order to do magical items. Like you need to learn charge, permanence,
Yeah, I remember.
and then whatever spell effect you're trying to bestow upon the item.
Yep.
Like enchant, enhance, stuff like that.
Either way, I'm working on it. I can sharpen weapons. I can make armor now.
Actually, I could just enchant items with frost, and then y'all can just cast frost that way.
Hey, Malcolm, with the Master Tanner, would I be able to make Jumbi a new whip?
Yeah,
It's made out of leather, isn't it?
I don't see why not. Let's see. Yeah, I wouldn't be against that. Did something happen? Wait, what happened to Jumbi's whip? Or you trying to
Nothing.
make-
It was just a random thought.
Got it. Make him a new one. Yep.
Well, because it's not your blacksmith ability that lets you do the knife sharpening thing, is it?
It is.
Because could you say that there's like a similar thing, like if it's leatherworking, you're using your leatherworking skills to like maintenance the leather of the whip to make sure it works better, so he can also get that like boon of whenever he uses it.
I guess, yeah. So when you make stuff out of armor, it's dependent on the armor class of the monster. I think it's half of it, but rounded up. And so
Oh, so if you find like if you find like some crazy magical creature, you can make leather armor that's like really, really.
Well, for
Better to
example,
see.
the Groot slaying skin would have been a part of that, but I don't know if y'all took any of it.
We didn't get that. I think we tried.
no,
James
yeah,
was
no,
saying.
we didn't get any. Yeah, I didn't think of this until like recently.
Yeah.
So-
But yeah, I mean, we can make cool, great armor like that. We can probably make some kind of armor for Ashton even.
Granddad.
Yep.
Don't worry, Granddad. We made you a new suit.
But is it fashionable?
But
Will be,
Makeda
damn
will
it.
make sure it is. Makeda will make sure it is.
You know, look like a
Makeda's,
hyena.
Makeda's looking up. Yeah, we give you armor that makes you look like a hyena. What do you think, Goose? Pets are so good. Whoever invented pets. Shout out to whoever invented pets.
Shout out to invented pets.
I know. I feel like my dogs I don't deserve my dogs. They're so cool.
I agree. It's gonna be so hot for this big furry hot animal in my lap.
So as you should be able to hear me. Hopefully there's no issue with the mic. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Just making sure. So the Queen's Keep, it's early evening. The Queen's Keep rises from the earth in those deep red hues of mud, brick, and stone, and it has these great rotundas that stand close together, connected by bridges spanning from gaps between them. It kind of almost has this kind of Castle Grayskull kind of like feel to it, without the skull. It doesn't have the skull, but just it's built in that way.
I knew she was evil.
Yeah, no,
House
it's
has
just
skull
in
on
terms of Castle Grayskull is for the heroes. It's
I'm not that old, Malcolm. I didn't watch that show.
it's the good place.
Wow,
it's
during old people's fucking history month.
Yeah, it lets you know a lot.
Oh.
Grayskull is the hero's playset.
I mean, this is now you gotta go watch. You gotta go watch the shit top to bottom.
That my
right
homework.
now.
My homework. I watched the new She-Ra show.
So there's these high stone walls that encircle the fortress, and there's a one of the towers features like some kind of winding staircase that spirals down into an open rooftop. And so as you approach as you get up there, and as you do go up, you do have to, that winding path takes you past the burial grounds. And one thing you do notice that I heard Ashton mention earlier, his assumption that Jabari was buried in the crypt. The crypt is because it was the king's crypt, right? It's a section of circle of standing stones, and you see that one stone in the middle that you all moved to the side and went down into it. That still stands on its own. Jabari was laid to rest in the standard burial grounds where all the rest of the crosses and like wooden tombstones are, and you just see the fresh kind of red earth kind of piled up and you see those white flowers where Mabina laid them on his grave. So he's not in the crypt. Just something that you note up as you go up there.
I only assumed he was in the crypt. You said he was buried like a hero.
Like a hero, yes. And so there are
like a hero, but not like a king.
Yes. And so as you get there, the guards bring you into a courtyard, and they tell you that you'll be called up to the Queen's area for food shortly, but they tell you you're free to kind of wait here in the moment. And so one of the things you see around you are actually damn it, where did my notes for this go? Just had them. Just a couple things that like stand out to you in the courtyard would be here we go. There's a small bonfire going where a couple of hyenas are like fighting over some scraps of bones like right in front of you, and then directly in front of you is this like there's this garden, kind of like you notice there's just a lot of overgrown, like the castle is not in disrepair, but it's almost like a lonely castle because clearly there's not many subjects. There's mostly these guards. There's torches lit in some of the crevices in the opening, the windows that loom above you. But it feels cold. It feels isolated. It doesn't feel like there's a lot of traffic other than the guards around here. And it's a lot of the it's old and worn, and so a lot of the vines and the kind of the jungle tropical fauna has has claimed parts of it. And so directly ahead of you is this garden that it drops over the side of the cliff, and you can kind of see the valley overlook from there. And then right next to that is a temple. Like, it's an open spaced circular structure that has a lot of like vine overgrowth, but between the open sections of it, you can clearly see that there's like a statue, and it almost looks like a temple, and it looks like a deity of some type. And this statue, you also notice, many of you all know you would know the iconic Orishas and the gods of Akbalon, and so you see their statues that were built, kind of carved into the structures of the king's castle. Obatala, Ogun, Shango, Yamoja, Oramila, and Ocean, all there. But you notice that all those statues have been, maybe where like the faces have just kind of broken off or worn off, but they all seem to be possibly desecrated in some way.
Uncool.
The statue that you do see kind of bearing just very briefly through in this little kind of open temple space, is kind of carved in the structure of it almost looks like the look of like a Michelangelo's like David, but it has multiple arms, and they're so that's something you see as well. Is any of this an interest of you all to look up, whether it be the overlook or the temple, or to just kind of wait here and wait for the queen for you to be?
What's this other multi-armed statue?
Yeah, so that's inside the temple area. So are you investigating the temple area, or are you taking a closer look?
We should look at
the little.
We should look at
the
little
look slide.
Yeah.
Just a little skippity-roo in there. Yeah. Skippity-dee.
A little like look around,
toilet.
make sure no one's gonna like jump us immediately.
Yeah. And so in this garden area, under the moonlight, so like it's a open form, almost like columns all the way around. It's open. The temple's open to the ceiling. It has there's like an arching structure, but it's open space, and there's a lot of vines kind of hanging down, maybe 40 feet above. And in the center of the room, under the moonlight, this one-story circular stone chamber, 40 feet across. The walls are kind of swallowed, like I said, in vines and roots and jungle growth. The trees stretch towards the ceiling, and there's some trees around it that stretch towards the ceiling. And the space feels more like a sacred forest than a man-made room because of the way the growth is. And at the center stands this pale stone statue, and it is it towers above the space. It's probably a 10-foot statue. It has these 6 powerful arms. One hand rests over its mouth. Another hand, it's a male figure. One hand rests over his mouth. One covers his ears, while 4 hands, while the fourth shades one of his eyes. And you can see one single eye is an obsidian black pearl inside of its socket, peeks through that one hand. His final 2 arms are stretched outwards with their palms up and outward, as though offering or requesting something. And in those hands are 2 eye slits that are like open, where basically looks like pockets.
Stigmata,
for,
like.
Yeah, it looks they're like they could be 2 eyes where you would place similar pearls in those hands.
Empty, or they also have pearls?
They're empty. They don't have pearls in the hands.
Man, I would love to acquire that eyeball.
Can I make a crass joke?
Where those empty eye stares if they're waiting to see once more. Yeah, go ahead.
He's a statue of David, so he's covering everything but his junk.
Yeah.
He has 6 arms, and he's covering everything but his nuts. Just
And then lying before the base of the statue at the altar is a bunch of gold and riches, treasures. Like somebody just piled a bunch of like literally offerings of gold, chalice and stuff lie here. Coins, stacked gold coins.
And the desecrated statues have been like this used to be their temple.
No, those are all around. Like those are like carved reliefs in the side of the inside of the castle in different places.
Okay.
And those have all been defaced in different places of the castle, or maybe just worn by time.
Okay.
Okay, there's some favoritism.
Do we know? Does anyone know the statue? It's not elf. It's
Can
not
I
covering.
have
Well, he is covering his ears. We can't see
You
if
can give
he's
me
an
a
elf.
myths and legends if you want to try to identify who the statue is depicting.
Could I use? I think I have a book that gives me.
And anyone who wants to make the check can make it.
It was called. Well, it says it was
I'll
called
make that check as well.
Tales of Blood and Honor. Would that give me the boon on this if I checked that book, or is it a different subject?
Ooh, tales. Those are like I think those are on heroes. This is more on deity.
I'll take the flat roll.
Yeah, I think it'd be a flat roll for this one.
19 ain't happening.
Ooh, close to a
I'll
dragon,
try.
but not a dragon.
Ooh, okay. As you stare at it,
Stop
what
shooting
you
that.
realize that this is one thing you know about there are many cultures there just like there are many cultures, like hundreds if not thousands of them in Akbalon. There are, and the ones that are most represented in the Ashlands are the Yushinaran culture and the Orishas. There are also many other deities, many other gods, many other people. The same can be said for Aldaria. But the Aldarian Empire definitely consolidated its power at one point, all under the rule of the Empire and the Emperor. And the Emperor, they're pretty much kind of put everyone under like the one god rule of the Elven god, and Elohim. So with that, a lot of these other, whether they be Elven, old human, dwarvish gods, kind of went by the wayside. This is one of those old Aldarian gods before the Empire. So this predates the Empire.
For the dark times.
And
For the Empire.
yes. And this god's name is Shine.
Shine.
Also known as Faemon. It is the god of riches and prosperity. But often, one thing I think you understand, Makeda, is that riches and prosperity to many people in the new era, the new world, would be literally coins, gold. But in the old world, while that still works, prosperity in that form is still prosperity. In the old world, these worshippers of Shine were almost like cave and forest druids, dark druids, who
she was a druid,
who worship this. Basically, prosperity comes from the elements of the earth, so it could be the riches of the soil. Many of these, so prosperity
the
can
rich umami of the mushroom.
Yeah, and so Faemon can provide this prosperity, and it can come in many different ways. And so that has something to do with his. So that is and he is depicted with, like you said, one hand over the mouth, two hands over the ears, one hand covering an eye, the one eye peering through, and then the two hands outstretched. And the
not
junk,
plugging his nose,
his junk very
not
visible.
covering his junk. Speak no evil, see some evil, hear no evil. Dick is evil. Just Makeda's like kind of judgy.
No one's
looking
late.
at the
Yeah,
statue, like,
and then the guards
So he's
come over
elfish.
and goes, "Your dinner is ready." As one of them through a wooden mask, dinner is ready. Up those stairs. We'll see when you are ready. It marches off, sandal. And so that's what you see there. If you all were to kind of follow back towards that place, what you find is, as you get up in the top keep, what there is similar to what you see actually in this image that you see right here. The rooftop, it's like a rooftop garden, and this rotunda around these columns. You see this throne lying before you, and this kind of probably a fur like rug laid out before it that was made of some large beast with many stripes. And there's
they're
a
working.
stone table in front of you, and on that table lies tender roasted guinea fowls, kind of glazed in like a honey. There's a tamarind, there's like millet and flatbreads and that are warm from the hearth. There are spiced ground nut stew that's kind of bubbling, and there are some bowls there to grab that with a fermented, and there's like a fermented like a beer, and then fruits and dates from maybe a boab tree that are laid out like jewels all over. It is a wonderful looking meal to and both in look and in smell and an aroma.
No queen. No queen.
Harga stands next to the. She goes, please partake. The queen will be here shortly.
Okay. For a second, I thought that was the queen talking.
No.
Not the voice I was expecting from her. You were really coming out of left field with that voice. Yeah. Making choices.
Harga climbs over and climbs up onto the table and grabs a few of the dates. Please eat. Do not be worried. It is not poison.
I was thinking that it would be more polite to wait for Her Majesty to join us. But if you say so.
No.
Is she not going to eat?
She eats these all the time. This is for her guests.
But I thought we were going to meet her. That was the whole point of us coming up here. Or is she just feeding us?
She will be out shortly. She comes at her own time. No one rushes the queen. No one crosses Zareth.
So, Karga, you also worship Shine? Seemed pretty popular down in the temple.
I worship the god my queen worships, so yes. Shine provides.
Although you wonder, and I'm kind of saying this to Ashton. Although I wonder, would gods appreciate the only reason for your faith being that someone else worships? I don't know about that sort of thing. What do you think, Ashton?
I found it a lot more simpler when there was only one god. So the Empire did wonders with that.
But we all know there are multiple gods.
Yes, with so many different rituals, different prayers, all the different gods. Very time consuming, but disperses the power of the prayer throughout many different aspects when they could all be joined into one and make it all simple and easy.
Yes, well, you make a good point, and this is why we have the queen has chosen Shine. This is...
Well, we're all entitled to have wrong opinions.
Wrong opinions, yes. Oh, the cocky, elvish empire. Yes. And she kind of muddles and mumbles under her breath. Is anyone partaking, or just kind of?
I'll eat some food.
Yeah,
Sweets.
casually.
I sniffed the beer
Smells
before
good.
taking a sniff.
Do a little doggy.
Yeah. But I kind of
Is
do
that
it
how
when nobody's
Heineken
looking.
drink instead of tipping it back?
I kind of do it a little bit where nobody's looking. I kind of do it off to the side.
Oh man.
I do a little sense magic on my food. Because she said it wasn't poison. Doesn't mean it's not in.
That's why I ate the dates, because she ate the dates. I'm like, whatever Karga's eating, I'm nibbling on only the stuff she eats.
And so, if 20 minutes goes by, what do we see you all doing? What is it? If 20 minutes have jump by, is it the same thing? Them just kind of picking dates, and you still smelling? Have you drank any of the beer?
I have.
Okay.
I think I drank a little bit of it.
The beer's good. The food's, beer tastes great.
I'm trying to weird Karga.
You all tell me the
out.
same. You guys need to tell me what you're. I want to see what you all are doing. I want to.
Makeda is kind of sticking to Karga's side in a way that is clearly meant to make Karga uncomfortable, but Makeda's playing it off like she has no idea. Karga will move to another part of the table.
Yeah.
Makeda will just follow. Karga takes a food. Makeda takes a food. It's kind of leaning close, watching her eat.
It's a guinea fowl, a guinea a bird, like a roasted
Tiny pigeon.
Shiny pigeons. Yeah, there's a number of them. Yeah. Yeah,
I guess I'll eat it.
Pretty much picking up your own little mini chicken.
Oh yeah, they're like Cornish hens. They're
like
little.
Cornish hens.
Oh yeah. All right, yeah, I could do that.
Ashton's just reading his book. Anytime he gets interacted with, he's just gonna be confrontational the whole time.
That'll go great for when the queen gets here.
Guys, just kind of stuffing his face. A little messy.
He's taking up a chicken leg. He's putting it in his mouth, and then he's just pulling out a straight bone, and then he's crunching on the bone.
I'm literally eating it like a delicate woman.
Wow, during delicate women.
Tenderly eating. I'm tenderly eating.
Pinkies out. Very correct. Very correct. Occasionally dabbing with a napkin.
Yeah, 1,000%.
I picture Cass finishing his food really, really quickly, and then looking over at Jim B's plate and getting antsy. You know, a dog looks at food like.
I put my arm over my plate because I see him looking a little bit. Like, get out of here.
I start yipping.
I hand over his plate. Horse talk begging.
So what you clearly start to realize is that you don't.
Ashton loves us secretly.
I don't think anyone pushed and failed and took a condition so far or anything like that. But you can feel like the food is very energizing, and if you did have a condition, you would feel like it would almost magically cure it. And so Ashton does realize it is possibly could be an enchanted food. Like they used to make back in the old days, sprinkling having the spices that have been blessed by
great grandma
mages.
used to make.
And so suddenly in walks, you hear this roar, and you turn, and from the stairs on the other side of the keep walking up is this large giant purple panther. I mean, this is a huge, almost saber-toothed tiger panther, and walks into the chamber. And atop that panther, the beast is this muscle-ripped creature. Atop it is that midnight fur is kind of the light bathing across her is this this curvaceous woman, and kind of pale skin, long black hair, green eyes. Kind of markings on certain parts of her body, almost glyphs of a druidic nature.
Human.
And she walks over and looks, and she goes, "Is my food not appetizing? You seem to be picking." And she walks over and grabs one of the hands and just kind of starts to tear it, and just starts kind of
jeez.
She takes over. She sits on kind of.
Damn, druids, bro.
On her throne.
John's face.
Cocks one of her legs up and just kind of goes.
I was just gonna get up and just kind of inch towards the food that she.
That's not ladylike at all.
Yeah.
Makeda's gonna gesture towards Karga I was only following gesture at Karga. I was only following your.
Oh,
your
she
underwear.
looks like this and eats like that?
Yes.
I love that.
Dream girl.
In real life, I love it, but Junbi does not.
She kind of looks like she should be on the cover of a Conan novel.
Heavy Metal or Conan for sure.
Yeah,
she
should be up on a mountain with a greatsword and a chariot drawn by polar bears.
She's that chick. Yeah. That build. She's that everything.
Who's that one? The one illustrator.
She's got bare feet. The bottom of her feet are black. She walks around the keep all day barefoot, right? She's just that. Yeah.
Oh, I don't like the bear. I don't like the black.
She smells like patchouli.
I like the barefoot. Let's go. I love it.
I'm gonna turn Kazan's feet into the Quinn's mom with this campaign.
And so she sits there for a moment, and she says, "I hear you are the adventurers who killed the second Grootslang." She does.
We killed the larger Grootslang.
It was huge.
Yes,
it was big.
I believe I was presented with the, or I imagine one of you basically, because Groshnar would be there, so he would be able to show.
We're waiting. We have to hit the frame when he's in frame perfectly to snatch it out of him.
Tusks, and she goes, I like that. I'd like to hang it above a mantle. I'll buy it right now. I heard they gave you a measly 200 silver down there. I'll give you 200 gold.
Sold.
Thank you.
Majesty.
Take that from them. And so they like take the tusk, and then a pouch of 200 gold is transferred over to you all.
Makeda's like vibrating.
We should have come here sooner.
That's what I was fucking saying.
The hang it as is where you can find a fine artisan to make something like this. And Ashton will show his new root slang staff.
That is quite well made. If I decide to carve it up and use it in that way, I will seek out your services. Good help is hard to find around here, which is, partially I wanted to thank you for your...
Makeda looks at Karga, how Karga reacts to that.
She's like looking. She says, I didn't just invite you here because of you killed the Groot slang, which I do appreciate. But because you are competent, I am in search of something, and before the spell was lifted on the city, my mage Harga here, her scrying spells were leaving much to be desired. And Harga's kind of like leans on her staff. Seeing things in multiple places, but now, ever since the magic she's been better, I am looking for a horn, a seashell horn, the horn of Asgard. And Harga sees it. It sits above the mantle. Over the mantle, or over the mantle of a king's throne, and he is a great warlord. He is Isharaka the Ashen. He commands a legion of warriors known as the Umzithu. Fierce people who their very essence is bound to the ash that cloaks their scorched homeland. They say that when Barathon burned the earth, somehow the Umzithu survived. And for the time during their age, that some great magic allowed them to eat the ash, they are so resilient that they sustain themselves on it. Isharaka was once a nomadic outcast with no kin or banner, but he has carved a path of power. His brutality is unrelenting, and his cunning and his ambition stretches as far as wide, at least in those times before the Joyfall cut off all connection of the world. Through our scrying, it lets us know that his people still persist, and of course he would not be the first of his many warlords. His lineage, he is the newest Isharaka, but I would need you to go there. However you can get it, whether you want to talk to a warlord or whether you want to take it. I want
Babe, you're talking to the Care Bears. I don't say that.
Yeah, I want that more. You want to give me a missing legend? Yeah.
Yeah. I figured those would be more useful than insight for this particular game system. Myths and legends. Success.
Okay. You've heard similar tales of the Umzithu, and the Umzithu warriors and their people have lived in an area which, maybe because you all most of the hyena folk come from the Amandazi Plains, and actually the Craglands as they're known now, and the Umzithu people were kind of homed in some of the same areas. Whether it sounds insane, while anything magic is real, it's possible. it's always seemed like a legend, just a legend in itself, that they eat the ash and sustain themselves off of that. But the legend of them being very, like, some of the best, like, warriors, some of the best human warriors, is probably close to pretty true. So you do know, if you're going there, if you're not, you could get yourself into a deadly fight where definitely, Jumbi and Ashton's magic will definitely be needed. Now, Kazan's hammer is definitely, he's good with a good hammer, but you will be outmatched for sure.
I will get stepped
territory.
the fuck on. Translation: McKenna.
We got like McKenna's knife. Hello.
Knife.
Like a Hulk.
Ching. For one hit, it's Hulk that at one hit explodes. This is me gesturing.
I
with my
wonder
knife.
if you will do this for me. There is more gold where that pouch came from. If you can.
Is this where you have sent the merchantry band with the princess?
I have sent them on a similar but different quest. There are other items that I need for to bring prosperity back to Daru.
Daru seems quite prosperous from what we have seen of it in this area.
Daru could be better. A time is coming. A time is coming where Daru could have the glory that it once had under my king. I want to bring that back. I can show the people that.
Did your king also worship Shine?
He did. I mean, he also worshipped the Orishas as well.
Huh. But you only follow Shine.
Only Shine.
It seems like a very dangerous journey.
I will give. You can outfit yourselves with the coin that I've given you, however you wish, or I think that should be enough for your needs.
We may have to consider it amongst ourselves before we promise you anything. We would hate to sell you a bill of goods that we find we cannot, in fact, in good conscience, promise.
Well, I have eyes in the city, I have ears in the city, and I've seen you all around, and you seem to be less of a hammer to a nail, and you seem to be talkers. You seem to be... I would think the right person for this is...
To go with a warlord?
Maybe you can use your silver tongue on Sharaka himself. Maybe he... I believe in you. I believe you killed a Grootslang.
A big Grootslang.
Yes, we certainly talked to death.
This horn that you ask for, what is it? A magical item? What makes it of such worth to you? Or rather, what makes it of such worth to this warlord? If we are to try and persuade him to give it up, we must know what it is worth to him.
That I do not know. I know that it is an important item, long lost. I am no historian. I could not even tell you its significance.
Not lost.
But I
you know exactly where it is.
Well,
Arga told you exactly where it is.
I know that its legends are lost in terms of, but I know what it means to me. What it means to establishing.
This is like the horn of fascism.
No, it's his.
I didn't say that.
No, I know. Yeah, and that's why I was like, let me not have her respond
sounds like
that way.
a horn of fascism.
She's
sounds like a load of barnacles.
She goes to give me a persuasion check.
Success.
Okay. The horn is something I wanted. It is a family heirloom to my Druidic people. I want it back. Its rightful place is with me. If you are not interested, it is fine. Maybe I miss.
No, I'm very interested. Specifically, hold on, checking my notes.
I mean, I hear those Kibrians down there need some help. Maybe you can help them if you're not interested in.
One second. I would have thought that you have chosen to make Daru your domain, which is very generous of you, especially as you want to bring back prosperity. But what of Old Burrow? I heard that was. Is that? I'm trying to look at my. I'm looking at my notes. I'm sorry. We heard where the main druid zone was. Was it Old Burrow?
Well, if you don't.
Cracktooth Point.
Yeah. So.
It's in the notes. Cracktooth Point, Druid Grove.
Basically, when she was taken as a bride by the king, it was after the king had destroyed them, killed. Yeah, had pretty much
you are very generous with your adopted home, Your Majesty.
Yes. I just want a little piece of what I had before. Just as the people down in Daru have, I would like to reestablish some of that here, and I have done a great service to have the statue of Shine, and now I would like the horn.
My bullshit meter is a ringing. Makeda doesn't say that.
Is anyone else talking to her? Is anyone else
Makeda suspiciously eats a date.
I don't have anything to say to her.
So what Ashton was trying to get at is that he feels like he needs some stronger magic before embarking on such a quest.
Does he say that?
We could use some stronger magics before we go on this quest.
But if you're going to be talking to a warlord, a display of power might be
your
a good thing to negotiate with.
Your countenance and age, sir, tells me that you are clearly a great mage from the old empire. You already have great power at your fingertips. I do not think my lowly Harga here, while she is good, what is it that I would? And Harga's kind of like, what am I like? She's kind of like shrugged. She goes, Harga, could you teach them some things if they wish? And what do they wish to learn?
Just wish to expand on my knowledge of fire and maybe something more defensive for the body.
Yes, Harga can teach you. I will say, I'm not in the place of just giving out accessible magic, because that could always, I've learned in the past, it can always bite you in the behind. And so what I will offer is one spell of your choice from Harga is both a mentalist and a elementalist. And so Harga
something mentalist so I can learn it from you.
She does know, Harga knows both Power Fist and Stone Skin.
Learn Stone Skin so I can also learn Stone Skin.
Stone Skin's pretty cool.
Can that work that way? That if Ashton learns a spell and then he can teach it to me later?
I just need the proficiency in the spell or in the magic class.
Yeah, so that he can be a teacher as long as it's, I think, 15 or higher. I think he can begin to teach or something like that. Yeah,
I believe in you.
And then you have to have the magic talent. So do you already have?
You convinced me. I talked to you after the last game where I'm like, I took this mentalism magic talent. Can I untake it? I haven't found any mentalists, and now you're placating me by throwing mentalists.
Oh, so now you don't have. So do you have it or do you not?
I have it. You told me not to remove it. So
you do have it. Okay, yeah. So then that's one way you can learn it. then.
Yeah, I will take the stone skin.
But this is in accepting the spell. Are you agreeing to go after this horn?
You don't. Yeah, you also. Yeah, she's not gonna. You should. That means also remember it takes 8 hours to learn this. It takes us like a full shift, like 6 to 8 hours. So you'd have to learn this spell. So pretty much, you guys are supposed to meet. What's his name in the morning? So
I would rather meet him.
Who are you gonna meet? Who's gonna go where and like what are you?
I would rather meet with old guy, not Ashton. Old guy who isn't Ashton. Nicolo.
Okay.
Ashton can stay back to learn the spell.
So let's see. Ashton's gonna learn a spell from Harga. Everyone else is gonna. Jumbi's gonna and Makeda gonna learn from Nicolo. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Plus, at least getting out of this castle, we definitely want to be asking Mabina about her insight on this shit.
Yeah.
Somewhere where we can't get scryed upon.
And so,
what if we killed Harga?
And so the night is winding.
We
is this,
now.
are you all planning to? If there's any shenanigans that could break out, like there's like one guard at the far end of the top of the rotunda.
Too many guards.
There's like one right. There's like only two up here, and the rest of them are down below. You probably clocked 12 regular guards somewhere in the keep. You could get in and get out really quickly if you were going to try. You could even maybe throw a rope over the edge and rappel out because they're on the other side. Because
rappelling down ropes has gone so well for the hyena fam in particular in the past.
That sounds like something Malcolm just said, so because he wants to see us die. Funnily,
I'm gonna be real. I don't like the idea of her getting this horn, and I don't like the idea of the murder hobos getting her whatever she sent them after. But I also don't like I don't know how we could possibly stop what she's doing because we're not getting enough information to know what. And maybe Malcolm is trying to pull one over on me and giving me a not evil woman. Maybe she's misunderstood and she actually does want to bring prosperity to Duru.
Yeah.
I think we need to talk to Mabina.
In secret, but for the group, just not for the queen. I don't know how she feels about necromancy and all that. Ashton will talk to Jumpman and be like, if we're going up against a lot of warlords, maybe we could try to see how many skeletons you could muster.
That's a great idea.
That's one way. You didn't say this within earshot of her. You said you're trying to
No. This would have been next day.
Oh, okay.
I think we'll leave. I think we'll say thank you very much. We'll consider it. And then head down at the end of the night.
Consider. So you don't want to learn this?
Oh yeah.
Ashton will learn the.
So are we leaving Ashton to
Ashton
sleep over with Harga?
I'm sorry, Ashton. You can come back when you've decided whether you're going to take
Yeah, that's on the condition that we actually do this for her. That's why she's gonna teach you.
Guards, please, thank you for coming. It has been a wonderful evening. I'm glad your bellies are full, and
it was a lovely evening. You have a wonderful castle. Fantastic work.
Thank you.
Thank you kindly.
It's really good.
Yeah. So you all are like
even got like an extended belly.
That's on the floor. It was good. I mean,
are we able to take leftovers? Is she giving us doggy bags?
If there are any leftovers, I'm eating them right now.
She sees you grabbing them and she's like just shakes her head and she gets back into her panther and the panther kind of growls at you all.
I like how it's within her own house. It's not that her feet are already black, but she's still riding the panther, as if that's helping.
Rides it around.
It's like if I had a Segway and I use that to go from my kitchen to my living room.
As you kind of leave the town and you kind of go down the hill, past the burial site, can I have awareness check from Jimby?
Yeah.
Ooh, necroticism.
Coming up. Success.
I mean, you'd be desecrating unless you go into the crypt looking for them, but It's an easy place to find a lot of skeletons to raise in this space or in the crypt.
Skeletons.
But we can't take them from here, right? She's kicking us out, right?
No.
Well, we're leaving. She's not kicking us out.
You've
We're
already
leaving.
left her castle. The burial ground is outside her castle. It's on the way down the mountain.
Oh, I see.
Now, here's the thing. You could go into the crypt and dungeon crawl for skeletons that are in the crypt, the king's crypt, at one point. Or you could just raise skeletons out of the burial grounds of the people of Daru who have died, which would be really disgraceful. But, like, hey, just letting you know, those are all. I mean, it's a whole burial ground full of skeletons. Jabari's right there, so I mean,
No, we
I
can't.
can't raise Jabari. I can't raise Jabari.
Disrespectful.
He
At
is a
least you
wo-
can't raise him as a skeleton. Like,
Yumbia will definitely not get with that chick if he
actually,
walks up
he's
in
so
with zombie
fresh.
Jabari.
He's so fresh. He would be a zombie. He'd
Be a
like-
zombie. Yeah, we can't do that to old girl, man.
you can do that. You can
He
also
can
raise
wield. He
zombies.
can wield
It
a
just
blade.
depends
He
on-
can swing a sword.
I think I could, right? Because he's dead. It's just got to be
No,
dead.
yeah, you can raise
Yeah.
anybody. You can raise.
So it's just that so far
So
we've
if
only
they're
had
if they're
skeletons.
mummified, they
because
become a
we've just
mummy.
seen
If they're
Yeah.
fresh, they
Oh.
become a. Yeah, it raises everything. It just depends on
on the flavor.
the yeah.
Oh,
Well,
fresh.
yeah, and it changes the type of
freshness.
monster.
I was
How
more
many,
referring
how many
to.
can I raise at one time?
I think
You have to roll
3
for
or
it
something
now.
like that.
3. But I have 3 up still already, right? That are always just.
You can have as
You
many.
can have as many as
It's
So
just when they
how
die,
many
they
if I
die.
raise 3 out of
And
here.
now here's what also, and I need to come up with. We need to come up with like going forward. What is your etiquette for when you enter towns like Daru? Do you
That's
leave,
what I'm
do you
saying.
leave your
Like, I can't.
skeletons-
We can't walk in there with 35 fucking
Where
skeletons.
do you,
Cloak
where,
over.
so where are your
No.
3 skeletons
Oh,
right now? Where do you
wait.
leave them? Do you
You
like
can
let them
just
lay
be
down in the
summoning-
dirt outside the town? Do you
Wait.
have them-
I think they
No,
just kind of
solution.
stay outside of town.
Solution. We need
Ignore
to
her. Just ignore her.
go to the guy who cooks stuff. Oh, he's back at Khalid's, the guy who cooks
which is
stuff.
Yeah.
which is like less than a shift away, but yeah.
But what if instead of buying this raptor, you just raised like an oxen to pull our cart?
Where would we
Then
find
it won't
there was
eat
a dead
rations.
oxen though?
Or can your skeletons pull the cart?
I guess
Skeletons.
my skeletons can pull the cart. couldn't
Skeletons
they?
can pull the cart. Yeah, you can have a
Yeah,
skeleton.
so we just
pull
The
the
human
cart.
skeleton could just pull the cart.
Yeah,
so we
And they're
don't need
not
a rat,
gonna
and they
bite our
don't
hand either.
done. Fuck that dinosaur that's gonna bite. Fucking
eat.
that motherfucker's gonna be so much trouble anyway.
And then we save the gold.
When I was referring to skeletons, there's still more of those skeleton giants in that one area that you've got for Kelly.
I thought we were out of skeleton giants over there.
Yeah, I think they're out of skeleton giants. They were
Are
all,
we?
other ones were broken up. They were like messed up. They were like cleaved and stuff. They couldn't be used. Yeah,
Cleaved. Good word,
Like-
cleaved. They were cleft.
cleft.
Eclept too.
There we go.
We can ask the lead for a few hundred skeletons like this.
Get an army of skeletons. Skeletons.
As you're having this conversation and you're gonna pass in the barrel mound and you get back into the town, it's there are some folks around the hearth house like drinking, and it's not like a huge party or anything, but there's just a few people like drinking, and there's a few people like playing like it's kind of like an African version of like a guitar, like a lute, and so there's like
That
some
little, like,
strings,
two-string, like,
being
upright, yeah.
played. There are some, some drums being had. A few folks around, just around the fire. Maybe like 5 or 6 people. It's been during the late hour. Many of the people have turned away. You all have found right next to where you would, closing in on where you would turn in, Tasalo, the blacksmith, is out there like drinking and kind of smiling, and then and you see the newcomers. They're up late, like the Kibrians are sitting out having a
Oh, yeah.
having a
Want
drink.
to talk to them.
And as you
Jumbi, come be intimidating so they don't scare me. In case they're scary. Come stand over me and loom so they don't fuck with me.
Juby goes and stands next to Makeda.
Loom so they're intimidated. Not like too intimidated, but medium intimidated.
and so
He just
as you
stops
go to
He just pulls his scarf up so you can't see that he's smiling.
as you go to approach those folks, suddenly the hearth fire kind of like burns
Roars. Oh, your mic went out.
Mike went out.
Um,
That mic too. Yeah, no. Nada. Can't.
Alright.
Oh, you're back.
There you go. Hearthfire. Stop touching it.
And then burns out. It goes dark in the like the hearth and the dome space, and only a few, all the like flickering torches around the campfire, woof, those go out as well. And only thing that lights the space is moonlight, and in the moon you see the earth around like that bonfire writhing. And then suddenly one of the guys who's playing a note like screams as a hand comes out of the soil and grabs him and kind of like pulls him down, and another like the like almost like the ground is writhing. It was dry. It's almost like writhing as though it's wet, black, like oily soil. And these creatures are just kind of writhing, coming out, and they have like spidery like limbs, but the limbs are human like. They're not spiders. They're human like limbs. They're gray skinned, and they look like the upper half like almost like centaurs, but the bottom half is like a spider like bottom with like human like limbs.
Driders.
They kind of look like driders, yeah. So I will share with you what
they look like. What's the creature in Dune? That spider creature.
These things that are coming out of the ground.
Ugh.
Yummy.
I hate them.
Boo hiss. If it's Khalid's fault, I swear to God.
They are armed with weapons, like they were old warriors that have died, that have been transformed into these monstrosities. And as they begin to like kill the people in the house and start to attack, what do you all do?
No, don't kill people. Makeda looks up at Jumbi like, what are we doing?
Motherfucker.
I guess we're gonna kill some bugs.
And as you all like kind of take your stance, preparing to launch yourself into the fray, into battle, to protect those around you, to protect the Kibrians, we will crash to black in there and start our fight up top.
I'm 1,000% gonna fireball the fuck out of these things.
As long as you don't hit anyone else. As long as you don't hit anyone else. As long as you don't hit any children.
Yeah, because I'm actually going to set up that, because this is not like quite the right setup for it, so I'll reset that up of what that combat should look like.
Now you've got me paranoid, Malcolm. Now you're making me think that maybe I'm wrong about this queen being shady, but no, she's shady. Like, what is that you want?
She might not be super shady.
But that pillar thing down in the king's crypt, like, what was up with that? That was druidic, and that was like doing shit.
Maybe I should have raised some more of those skeletons on the way out of there.
Skeletons.
Skeletons.
So we'll pick up. You guys get no new heroic abilities, but you can roll for your stats.
Roll right now.
Yeah, and then this fight is happening before, so we won't roll for our training. You'll train for your magic after this fight in the next session. So we'll just have to take note of everyone's plan to go to Nicolo in the morning, but this is happening that evening. Yeah, so good stuff.
We cannot have a normal one in Drew.
Animism upgraded.
This is mostly a roleplay session, so good.
Yeah,
good
it was.
session. Yeah.
I like
We pick 4 things?
Four,
I always
yeah,
ask, I always forget.
4 plus any dragons or demons that were rolled throughout today's session.
You know what? That's actually, other than the one Bane dragon, usually we're actually pretty hot on on dragons and and demons, but we only had one dragon and it was on a Bane roll, so interesting.
It's a 20 and has to be lower, right? Has to be higher, right?
Has to be higher. Yep. No meets it, beats it. Has to be higher than whatever. So if you if you're low using, you want to roll your low skills, you would be choosing, skills that are easier to level up versus trying to level up. If you're trying to max out a skill,
if it's higher, it's good.
Yeah, all skills max at 18, and you gain a new heroic ability once you get to 18. Yeah, so no rolling low. Like, you gotta roll higher than the number.
Grab some different dice then.
But I was unable to upgrade my myths and legend, but I upgraded animism and my stat.
So, awareness.
Let's see. Let's see if these dice are any good to me.
I'm trying to think of the last one to roll.
East War.
Damn it.
What skill?
Oh! Rolling a nat 20 doesn't get me anything special, does it?
It does not, unfortunately.
Ugh. Play Dragonbane, they said. You can level up after every game, they said. Nothing. Damn it. Alright, this is for the big money. Big money, big money, big money.
Persuasion might be good if we're gonna try persuade. Nope, that's
Please, so I can damn it. Please, so I can take a break from doing all the schmoozing. Well, I uploaded one thing.
I upped my crafting, hunting and fishing, and swords.
Nice.
Swords.
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 Ohan, your mom's doing okay? Ohan?
Huh?
Mom's doing okay?
Still doing some testing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna stay up until she comes home.
Sure.
But so far, so good.
Okay.
So that's a good thing.
That's
Yay,
good. That's
yeah.
good. Yeah.
If I had
Good
to
to
go, that'd be bad, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Yeah. Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
No problem.
So yeah, with the Grimoire Rot, I can pretty much max out stone and water spells. But
Like
not
you have all of them?
Yeah, like I have all the lower prerequisite spells to then upgrade them,
Yeah.
the higher tiers. But I don't have that for fire. Like that's what I was trying to get out, was higher tier fire spells.
Yeah. Which Harga might probably has.
But we have to agree to go steal some shit from a warlord and then give it to this chick to do whatever.
I thought of a potential solution, but I don't know if the queen will like that.
To be honest, well, what's your solution?
I mean, she's a queen, that warlord's sort of like the king, arrange a marriage.
Ah, okay.
Dowry gift.
That's
Well,
pretty good.
because I need to check the map.
She did
How
say
far
you
away
could
is
do
this
the thing that
warlord
we
dude?
got. But how happy would she be with that arrangement? Because I feel like she really loved her previous husband. Ain't ready to move on.
Theoretically. If she didn't kill him.
We'll see.
To be honest, I would rather go heal the story plague than fetch her horn.
Yeah,
but I also don't.
There's two different hooks. Yeah.
And at least warn, and also warn Mabina in case Mabina, because it sounds like Mabina wasn't tight with the
I think so too. Yeah.
merchantry, so we need to warn Mabina that this is going on, and that fucking Harga can.
Well, I
see
mean,
and hear
Nikalo
shit.
basically told you that Mabina and Jabari were behind it. So
I know, so we need to tell her that the queen is asking these people to do these things and is looking for these objects, and
oh shoot, this is interesting. This is the first time I've always tried to stay away from this, but this game is clearly starting to go PvP now.
you're setting us up to go PvP because one, we're outnumbered by the maniacs in your Saturday group, and two, they don't care about like impaling us, and three.
No, not at all.
That yeah, it's like I don't want her to get this horn, but I also don't see how to stop her from getting the horn if well, she said she sent them after something else.
Yeah. That's something else, but she was lying though, probably.
Maybe.
All I know is that Frost is a very good spell, and doesn't sound like the other party's been utilizing it.
What if we convince Mabina to try again? Did she keep anyone in reserve, or did everyone get wiped out? Or did she
I mean,
keep
you guys
anyone
could just try to
Was anyone on the
queen
bench? Did Mabina and Jabari leave anyone on the bench for this assassination attempt?
I mean, you can send a bunch of skeletons into the crypt with some.
Yeah.
And
We
that
need
pillar
to-
thing. We should also tell Mabina about that pillar, because I think at first we didn't want to tell anyone about that pillar because we were like snooping. But that should be because I would like to go help these people with their story plague if we're open to it. Plus, I have that ring now. We also have that ring
Yeah, because
that
remember
made
their
it into
people
the
are
hags
like,
somehow.
yeah, that thing is still
They're up
affecting
there.
them too. So there's like a time element to that too. So, right. So
That's my vote is
And maybe we can find someone who has higher level fire that's willing to teach. I'm not.
Maybe they're called ash eaters, which feels like a slur somehow. We can, that sounds fire-ish. That sounds like they know fire.
Not during Ash Eaters. Sarah, please.
Bunch of ash eaters over here.
If you represent Ash Eaters, comment down below.
I don't think they called them ash eaters, but I think you've made up a new term for them. Possibly.
What? No, you called them ash.
She said they eat. Yeah, she said they sustain themselves on ash, but it wasn't the term ash eaters. So like it's almost like you're able to create a. She was like, let me create a derogatory term.
Incredible new vectors in racism.
They eat ash.
Ash eaters. I'm going to sleep.
All right. Bye.
I got an early morning too, so I got to turn out a little bit early. So.
All right.
Good game,
Next
folks.
week.
Next week. So we'll give it back to
Perfect.
it. All right,
Later,
folks.
y'all.
Have a good one.
All right. Night, y'all.
Good night.
Night, y'all.